In this short tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can download and start working with OpenCarp using a Docker that already includes a graphical user interface. So we are going to show you with this video step by step all the things that are required and how to deal with them. First of all, you will have to go to the Git webpage of OpenCarp. Once you are in, you can go and browse to carputilsGUI GUI in order to find the web page that is shown in the video. There, if you scroll down, you will see that there is a section called installation. So first thing you need is Docker. There is a link where you can download your version of Docker for Windows. Basically, you only have to download and install that version. Because there are different versions, and also depending on your computer, you might find some steps a little bit different. So if you have problems to install Docker, yes, you have to go to the Docker webpage and follow the instructions included there. But probably the installation that we are showing here works for you if your computer is relatively new. So you just have to download. When the download is done, you will have to install and configure something called WSL, as you will see in a few seconds. So here we are unpacking. Yes, installation succeeded. So now you are supposed to have Docker installed in your machine. So what we are going to do now is go to the command line. You can go to menu and try to find Docker desktop there. You open the application, and then this is the software that is going to virtualize and to allow us to use the Docker version. In sometimes you can have these kind of messages, so we have to install the WSL. So if you press that you want to use Hyper-V, depending on your machine, you will be prompted with another message saying if your system supports WSL. In any case, you have to enable it, and then you go and again to the web page, and you will see the two commands that you have to add in your prompt in order to make it work. So this is the command line. You just enter both things, this command and the one that you see also in the web page with the instructions here. So once you have done so, you have the configuration that is required to continue working. Okay, so now we are going to continue downloading the Docker. So there you can download a zip file from the web page. So you choose the place where you're going to basically download it in your computer. So once you have this folder unzipped with the carputilsGUI master, what you have to do basically is to go to your command line or terminal version, depending on what you have in your system, and go to the folder where you have just download and unzipped that okay, that version. And now one last step that we need to do is to write down the command to download all the rest of the components and to make them work. So if you scroll down again, you have the command that you need to add. Okay, so that's the path that we just entered here, where, well, of course it's not path to folder, but your own path. And then we have to open with the command docker compose app that you have there in the screen. So you write it down. And if everything has gone right, then you will see that the different components are starting to download, and then they will configure themselves, and the Docker will start all the different components that they will communicate to each other, so you can start using it. This is a fast forward, so probably it will take some time in your computer some time to make to work and to download all the components that are required. At this point, we have to do the Docker compose start in order to start the systems. Everything is started: OpenCARP, the web server, the database, and all the components required for the utils to work. We can go to our web browser and write down localhost, which is our machine, tutorials, and then you will see OpenCARP examples on the left. And from there, it seems that everything has worked properly and you have the Docker working in your computer. Once you want to stop all the system because you are not going to use it anymore, or because basically it's running in memory, you have to go back to the prompt and to stop it. That will stop the Docker, but it will be installed in your computer, so you can start it at any time you want. If you really want to remove all the components instead of stop, you have to go a little bit down in the web page where we describe the different steps, and to do Docker compose down, which will basically remove everything from your computer. Just stopping, you can stop using OpenCARP GUI, but it will remain for the next time you want to use it, just prompting there start.